Welcome to the summer session of Explore the Bible. Man, summer, it's nice. It's hot outside. You may hear my grandson in the background playing in the pool. I don't know if you'll come through. He gets a little loud out there every once in a while, but we're excited about this summer and Explore the Bible. We're going Old Testament for this summer. We're going to be in 1st and 2nd Kings over the summer, so looking forward to that. I'm going to start out with the story of Solomon and some of the top events, key events in his life out of 1st Kings. So looking forward to that as we go into this study. Glad you're joining us. We're doing this for those of you that are teachers to help you just kind of get a quick overview. It's going to be about 10 minutes long or so. Others of you that are students just kind of want to catch up and know what's going on as you go into class. Anyway, I'm glad you're watching. I appreciate you doing that. Be sure and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be sure and like, comment, share. If you've got comments, questions, any of that, put those in the comments. We'll try to answer everyone that we can. Thanks so much for watching. Let's dive into 1 Kings chapter 3. The king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there because it was the most famous high place. He offered 1,000 burnt offerings on that altar. At Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream at night. God said, "Ask, what should I give you?" And Solomon replied, "You have shown great and faithful love to your servant, my father David, because he walked before you in faithfulness, righteousness, and integrity. You've continued this great and faithful love for him by giving him a son to sit on his throne, as it is today." Okay, so here's kind of the setup, right? He's in Gibeon. He's at this place where he's come to worship, right? This is the significant place for King Solomon to come and offer worship as he takes over the leadership, as he takes the throne from David, who's passed away. And so he comes and he offers, look at this, 1,000 burnt offerings. You know, Solomon, even early on here, he's the king. He's wealthy. You say, man, that's a lot of offering, right? But look, if you're wealthy and you're given one offering, where's the sacrifice? Where's the sincerity that shows in that? You're just giving a meager. He gives 1,000 burnt offerings. He's trying to show, I'm serious about this. I am in need of the Lord. I'm in need of His blessing. I want to honor the Lord. I want people to know that I'm honoring the Lord. And so he gives this big offering. And then look at this. I love this, right? The Lord appears to Solomon in a dream and he says, "Ask, what should I give you? What do you want? What's your one wish?" You know, if you had one wish, Solomon, what is your one wish? Boy, this is great. You know, I do the one wish for you. Go to onewish4u.com. It's great, great stuff. Richard Sharp's one of my good friends and does some great stuff in evangelism. But here's that question, basically, the one wish. Solomon, what's your wish? What's the one thing you want? And Solomon said, "Well, you've shown great and faithful love to your servant, my father David. He walked before you, faithfulness, righteousness, integrity. You've shown this great love to him by giving him a son to sit on his throne." Solomon sees that his place on the throne is not because Solomon is great, but because David was great. He recognizes, I'm here because my father was a holy, righteous man. Now, David had his problems. In fact, Solomon's the son of Bathsheba, you know, not the one who passed, but then after they get married, so he knows, right? There's history. But David wasn't perfect. But David was a man after God's own heart and a man that sought to serve the Lord faithfully for much of his life. And he lived in integrity for much of his life, right? He had a failure. He did have a failure. Man. Look, I'm a Southern Baptist, and Southern Baptists are going through this deal right now, and this is tough for us, right? We see this about David, right? He walked before you in faithfulness, righteousness, and integrity, but we know he failed. Now, there's a difference between the single failure and the multiple failure, right? And the over and over and over again, repeated failure. Okay, that's a lesson for another day. Okay, we need to keep going with what Solomon says. His prayer, "Lord my God, you've now made your servant king in my father David's place. Yet I'm just a youth with no experience in leadership. Your servant is among your people you have chosen, a people too many to be numbered or counted. So give your servant a receptive heart to judge your people and to discern between good and evil, for who is able to judge this great people of yours?" And this judge is leading, right? This leadership. You see this word that I would pick out. If you had a word to describe this 3 verses, I think the word I would pick would be humility. He says, I'm your servant, right? I'm in my Father's place. This is not even really my spot. I don't deserve this place, right? I'm a youth. I don't have experience in leadership. Your servant, again, I'm just one of your people that you've chosen. I'm just one. There are millions of them, and you chose me, and I don't get it. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do or how to do it. Excuse me. It says, so give me a receptive heart to judge your people, to discern between good and evil. If he's able to judge this, Lord, he's praying for, we talk about it, he prayed for wisdom. Lord, I need wisdom. I need to know how to do this, because I don't know how to do it. I'm not sure that I can answer every question between who's right and who's wrong, good and evil, that I can pick that out. And I need your Spirit to move in my life so that I know that. I need wisdom. If you ask one thing, one wish, Lord, I wish for wisdom so that I can do a good job leading the people. What a great prayer, isn't it? What a great request that he asked for wisdom. Because he knows this is a difficult place where he's been put. He knows this is a challenging role that he has. He knows that he didn't work to earn it. He doesn't feel like he deserves this spot, and yet he's in this place. And so now that I'm here, Lord, I need to know how to do it well. I need wisdom. Listen, not every time are you gonna feel like you deserve or you have earned a spot where you are. Maybe many times you feel like, I don't know how I got here. I don't know what happened. How did this end up? But now that I'm here, I need to do it well. I need to do it right. And this prayer to the Lord, Lord, help me to be the man I need to be. Help me to be the woman I need to be, so that I can do what you've put before me. Excuse me. He says, now it pleased the Lord that Solomon had requested this. Boy, you go back here. What do you want? Right? And he tells him, I need wisdom. Well, that pleased him. That was a good answer. So God said to him, because you've requested this and did not ask for a long life or riches for yourself or the death of your enemies, but you asked discernment for yourself to administer justice, I will therefore do what you have asked. I will give you a wise and understanding heart, so that there has never been anyone like you before and never will be again. The Lord is so pleased with it, because you get the sense that, I don't know that the Lord had asked this question of everyone. Did he ask Saul this? Did he ask David? I don't know. Did he ask other people this? But the Lord knows he knows the heart of man. He knows who we are, right? He knows our sin nature. And he knows that oftentimes, well, I just want to live a long life, or I want a lot of riches, or I'd like for you to just get rid of my enemies. But he didn't ask for that. He said, you could have asked for that. You're the king. You could have asked for that, right? But what you asked for is discernment to administer justice. So I'm going to give you, he says, a wise and understanding heart. Now, I love this, because there is this sense of this is a head deal, right? Wisdom, knowledge. But it's not knowledge. He's asking for wisdom. So it is a head and a heart thing. It is a discernment. It is a knowing the right thing, but knowing the right thing, right? Knowing how to respond in every situation. That wisdom, this wise and understanding heart. Wisdom is from the head, yes, but it's also from the heart. It's like this combination, isn't it, between your head and your heart. How we look at things. Not just with, check this mark off. They did this, they did this, they did this. Here's the answer, right? A flow chart kind of a thing. It's not just a flow chart. There is a heart to it. But we have to be careful with our heart, because our heart can deceive us, right? We can start thinking wrong things. We can convince ourselves of things about ourselves or about other people that just aren't true. We have to be careful about our heart. And so the Lord says, I'm going to give you a wise and understanding heart, so that you can be, he says, you're going to be the wisest guy there ever has been. In addition, he says, I will give you what you did not ask for, both riches and honor, so that no king will be your equal during your entire life. If you walk in my ways and keep my statutes and commands, just as your father David did, I will give you a long life. And Solomon woke up and realized it had been a dream. He went to Jerusalem, stood before the ark of the Lord's covenant, and offered burnt offerings and fellowship offerings, and he held a feast for all his servants. The Lord said, you didn't ask for that other stuff. I'm going to give you what you asked for, but I'm also going to give you the other stuff too. I'm going to give you all of these other things that you wanted. I'm going to give you this great blessing of a long life. I'm going to give you, so many things, because you if you walk in my ways and keep your statutes, I'm going to give you this long life. I'm going to give you so much. He says, I'm going to pour out. In fact, Scripture says that in Solomon's lifetime, as he was king, that silver was just like rocks. I mean, they had so much gold, they didn't really care about the silver. His wealth was unmatched by anyone, right? And Solomon woke up and realized this was a dream that he just had, where the Lord had spoke to him. And so what does he do? He goes to Jerusalem. He goes to offer the burnt offerings. Goes before the Ark of the Lord's covenant, offers the burnt offerings, the fellowship offerings. There's not a temple yet. Solomon's the one who builds the temple, right? So he's going to the tabernacle and he's giving this offering. This is a spiritual event in Solomon's life, an extremely important spiritual event in his life, where God speaks to him in this dream, and he responds with his heart, with his earnest desire, and God pours out, I'm going to pour out on you the answer to what you wanted and more, and more. This is the Lord's way of blessing. I'll bless you with what you wanted, but I'll bless you with the things that you didn't ask for, but I want to give you, right? And I love this. I hope you did too. Thanks for watching. I appreciate that. Appreciate you watching. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Like, comment, share it with others. And we'll see you next time.